believe this is an ambulance depot here, which is located in East Perth. So if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to Darren's Aussie Adventures, and let's go on an adventure. First, I believe I need to clean the screen. Alrighty, I think the screen's as clean as it's gonna get. So today the goal is to walk down to Queen's Garden. So we're gonna walk down and head towards go down on Plain Street, I believe. Alrighty, look at these lovely apartments here. So you got Regency Crescent, and you got a little crossover bridge here. It appears there's got like an accumulation of lots of different leaves, but still very pretty. And then that extends up through there, and you can walk along there. You can also walk down here. But a lot of leaves have just accumulated in this stream here. But the water still looks quite nice. Alrighty, everything looks pretty closed down here today. There's a few cafes and shops and whatnot. There's a bloke sitting on his phone, just enjoying the sunshine. Oh, very pretty. Got like a little mini lake here. A bit murky, you can't really see the bottom of it, it's hard to say. Looks like it's about a couple of feet deep maybe. You can see there's a cafe here, I think, and everything's closed. But why is it closed? Why is it closed on a public holiday? I don't know. Do they not want to pay the extra staff wages? Do they not think they're going to get enough people in? Comment down below if you think you know why they're closed today. Alrighty, there's a sign up here. Cormorant deterrence. Works are currently underway to deter cormorants from nesting in this location. So this looks like what they're talking about there. This must be a bird. Okay. Wow, isn't that very pretty? Oh look, there we go. There's a restaurant open just to the right there. Got one person eating there, so there's just probably just not enough demand out today. And you got a lovely little footbridge out here. So the goal is to head up on Plain Street. A Cambodian restaurant, that looks quite nice. Trek along the bridge. Please do not feed the birds. Penalties apply. Oh no, sorry. Penalties may apply. Wow, over the hill the grass is greener. Oh. Perth has a tendency to be quite a quiet place sometimes, because it's such a large city. It's so spread out, so people are just spread out in general. So now across the road there is an IGA, so occasionally I'll duck in there and get some groceries to cross the traffic lights. But personally I find that they're more expensive than say you know, Coles or Woolworths by about 10-15% on most items, so generally I avoid shopping there. Okay. Now I'm still learning the area as I'm relatively new here. These lights are taking a while. Oh, here we go. Green light, green light, green man. It says walk. So you can still walk when the red's flashing, but it means you've got a few seconds more to get across the road. Alrighty, as I'm saying, I'm still relatively new to this area, East Perth, as I've only just sort of moved here just recently. So I think this is Plain Street, judging by Google Maps just before. So it's good to get out here and get a bit of exercise today. Yeah, lovely day today. So I think welcome to winter. We're in winter in Western Australia at the moment, or Australia. So just today is the 3rd day of the month, so it's the 3rd day of winter. Yeah. So getting sidetracked there. I'll flip you around and show you. There's quite a bit of a hill there. I wonder if that's East Perth Cemetery there. Actually looks a little bit like East Perth cemeteries. So maybe just over the top of the hill might be Queen's Gardens. So when I did the video on Optus Stadium, I briefly showed you guys some of East Perth cemeteries. Wow, there's some nice looking tombstones over there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Might cross over the road so then we can have a look. Now these graves have been here over 100 years. Try not to drop the camera for you. Things I do for you guys to get a good shot. There you go, gravestones and tombs from over 100 years old. Very cool. So the East Perth Cemetery is actually open only on a Sunday, so it's open from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Excuse me. Wow, it's quite a big hill to get up. Good exercise. So I think it's actually about $10 to get into the cemetery, and then you're free to roam about, I believe. Yeah, you got some more apartments there. Ooh, I'll show you through the fence. Wow, here's someone's grave, someone's tomb. Ooh, spooky. We're only a couple of feet away from someone's grave. Wow. Then you can have a look in there, and there's a few other graves. So this actually is a heritage listed area, so it's protected from, you know, any other further redevelopments that governments or private you know, people may do. Got businesses wanting to develop sky-rise buildings or whatnot. There's some more graves here. Fascinating. Going way up the hill. Oh, there's an entrance there, maybe? It's locked. All going well, we'll be at the Queen's Garden shortly. So I believe it was about a 1.2 kilometer walk from my house. And it was well worth it, because look at the weather. Absolutely fantastic out here. Hardly any clouds in the sky. Beautiful weather today. Western Australia, public holiday. But where is everyone? What is everyone doing? It's a good question. Okay. We are approaching Wellington Street, and it's starting to get a bit windy now. They're open a little bit more. So I think it's the intersection of Waterloo and Wellington Street in Perth, East Perth, sorry. A nice big building there. Ah, it's the main roads building. I did not know that. Let's see, there's just a sign for it just there. And we are actually very close to the West Australian Cricket Ground as well, or the WACA, known as the West Australian Cricket Association. As you can tell by the big giant lights down there on the left hand side. Alrighty, give way to pedestrians. And you got some e-scooters for those that want to jump on them and get around town that way. And I think Gloucester Park, where they do horse racing, is just located a few 100 meters down that way as well. Green light. Yay. Green light. Woo. Red man's flashing, so we can still go. Alrighty, it's a bit of a descent, big drop down this hill here. Very quiet today. Few cars tooting. Now look at all this space in the car park here. Just a ton of space, isn't there? So, yeah. I'm guessing once upon a time that would have been parking for events that would have been held at the West Australian Cricket Ground. Also parking possibly for Gloucester Park. Yeah, parking for those that want to get to the city, I guess, but work around this area. But I'm pretty sure it sort of fills up a fair bit more on it fills up a lot more on Monday to Friday during work days and stuff. So yeah, I'm probably looking a bit closer in the camera today, but that's because I've turned the wide lens, the super view off. So see how we go. Some nice looking apartments over there as well. Alrighty, I can see Queen's Garden. We have made it more or less. Okay, make sure there's no cars. Not that that's much of a problem today, but still we're going to be aware when crossing the road, as everyone knows. Yeah, it's almost very reminiscent of Perth Zoo, a lot of the different plants and trees that are out here. Almost reminds me a little bit of the Philippines, those trees there. Ah, the good old Philippines. Alrighty, walking. That looks pretty quiet. What, is that a fence? Hang on. Oh, we walked right past it. Got a bit distracted. Okay, please close gate behind you for the safety of the bird life. Thank you. Can we get in? Yes, we can. Yay! We have arrived. I'm due for a haircut soon, I think. Okay, Queen's Gardens. And I've got a rock in my shoe. What way do you want to go? You want to go left or you want to go right? Let's go left. Lots of lovely different plants out here. Very still water, like a big pond. This looks like a nice peaceful place just to go for a walk, doesn't it? A breath of fresh air in the franticness of urban Perth. The only downside is that you can hear a lot of the cars going by, which can subtract a bit from the peaceful feelings of it. So you've got a nice bench there if you wish to sit down. Not sure if that grass is wet or not. It looks like it may be, but in the sun it should be okay. Got lots of different skyrise apartments over to the right hand side. Well, on a positive note, at least I'm not picking up much wind noises, which is good. I can see a black swan over to my right. It's nice to see. There's a lot of different ducks around. Queen's Garden. Nice peaceful place to be on a Sunday. I think there's another entry and exit point just there. Got a sign there. Turf is under repair. Please keep off. And we got some rose bushes. I love how you got the whacker there. It's the big lights from the old stadium. That looks really cool. Now I wonder what these sort of little buildings are that almost look like a house. Ah, it's a chemical storage area. Flammable liquids are kept there. Interesting. Maybe it's like a visitor center or something. So Charles Court. Okay, you got bathrooms to your left there, some toilets. Yeah. It's quite well maintained. Gardens here. Nice scenic walk through nature. Got a red cat bus over there. See them around East Perth a lot actually. So yeah, this is Queen's Gardens. Only downside is I don't know about this brick paving path. I kind of prefer those other, you know, the pink paths, which are sort of a little bit easier on the feet. But it does look nice, but I don't think it's as comfortable to walk on if I had to be critical of something in this park. That's all good. This one looks really pretty. The apartments blocks down there, doesn't it? You know, in the back blue background with the white and grey design. Now I wonder what they're doing over there. They look like they're setting up some stage or light show or something. Maybe it could be a concert going on or something. Now I wonder if these are the white ibis birds. You see these around, you know, the suburbs a lot. They had them in Subiaco. They sort of, you know, they get on mostly pretty well with people. They're not too... Hello. Oh, wants to run off. They just do their own thing, but once you start to approach them, then, well, they kind of just disappear a bit. So this is as good as it gets for summertime. Well, it feels like summertime. It's such a beautiful day out here. It's just 20 degrees cooler than what it would be on a summer day. But absolutely lovely. You know, you can come out here for a 2-3 kilometer walk and barely break a sweat just because it's not that warm. It's about 20 degrees right now. So third day into June, into winter. They're setting up something, I don't know what. They've got a lot of equipment going. You got your water fountain there. We best do a check to make sure it's working. Alrighty, it's functioning. It's good. Council workers are doing their job. Good to see. And there's another entrance and exit back out towards Perth almost, I think. Wow, it's very picturesque out here, isn't it? Queen's Garden. So many apartments around, isn't there? It's apartments after apartments. Great day just to come out here and have a picnic, I think. And you wouldn't have to worry too much about getting sunburnt today, which is good because UV index in June are like relatively low, so it's not too much of an issue not having to worry about the damaging rays from the sun. So yeah, well, that's one thing I noticed about living in Australia is it's so easy to get sunburnt. You know, you can, especially like when the hottest part of the day, you can be out there for 30 minutes or so and feel like you're starting to get burnt. But I think it's to do with the hole in the ozone layer or something. I'm not 100% sure, but what I noticed is when I was in the Philippines is, you know, I could spend an hour or two out in the sun with just a little bit of sunscreen on, not hardly any sunburn whatsoever. So yeah, so that's one thing you got to be mindful of if you're coming out to Australia, is the sun. So especially if you're coming out in summertime, make sure you've always got sunscreen on. But this time of year in winter, not usually a problem at all. You can spend pretty much the whole day outside, as long as you don't have any sort of pre-existing medical conditions such as skin cancer, which prevent you from probably going out in the sun, so best to consult with your doctor first, I would imagine. But yeah, for the general vast population, it's okay for us to be out here during the day. So it's pretty low UV index. Queen's Garden, yeah. And that was Queen's Garden, everyone. Nice little lap. Alrighty, there's a bit of sign here. And it says, the site on which this garden now stands was originally used by the public for recreation, including sport events and horse racing. In 1860, it was recognized that the clay soil was suitable for brick making, and the land was leased to James Britton, who excavated the clay for bricks that were used in the construction of many of Perth's important buildings, such as the Town Hall, the Cloisters, and St. George's Cathedral. Protests against the use of the brick pits were made between 1880 and 1890, and in 1894 a decision was made to have the area developed into public gardens. So there you have it, peeps. A little bit of history about Queen's Gardens in East Perth. And then there, you look out, there's another park just across the road there. So, and then you got the Hyatt Regency Hotel just across there. So yeah, this is the lovely Queen's Garden. Alrighty. Yeah, that fellow's trying to get out. I think he's managed it. Righty. Now, what do I think of this park? What would I rate it? I'd give it maybe a score out of 10, maybe 5 or 6. And you're probably out thinking, why am I giving it a score of 5 or 6 out of 10? I would say due to the noise pollution. That's purely the reason that it's got a lower score than some of the other parks. It's just hard to relax and take in, you know, such a beautiful scenery around here when you got the cars whirling by. But it's pretty much next to impossible to, you know, fix that. You can't do much about that unless you're going to put a roof over this place. But that would just become counterproductive then, wouldn't it? Alrighty, onwards and upwards. So there you have, folks. That was Queen's Gardens. See you next time. And if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe.